pour me another one. Listen, you are sitting on the concrete floor of a freezing warehouse in Queens. Around you are 1,700 plastic laptop casings that smell like cheap Chinese polymers and your own sheer terror. Your phone is blowing up with calls from the bank, demanding the exact $47,300 you owe to loan sharks, and outside the metal doors, you can already hear police sirens. And you know what the worst part is? You are the only one to blame for ending up in this hellhole. You didn't come here to build a tech empire. You ran from crushing debt, dreaming of a quiet job, and sending a few $100 back to your mom. For the first few months, you tore apart electronic junk at a grimy facility in Brooklyn. Remember that smell? Burnt flux, fine dust from dead cooling fans, and gas station coffee that tasted like a dirty rag. You thought America was white picket fences. Turns out, it's 18-hour shifts with a soldering iron melting into your calluses until your joints pop like dry twigs. But you adapted. You started quietly building your own laptops from e-waste everyone else threw away. You called your brand Iron Root. Clients loved that your machines survived a drop off a pickup truck. Money started flowing. You rented a proper garage, hired 2 guys from your circle. Seemed like you made it, but that's exactly when you met Mark. He swore he had a backdoor at customs, a way to slip a container of casings from Shenzhen through without a dime in taxes, waving forged paperwork. You messed up bad, trusting him. You took out a predatory microloan at insane rates to pay for the shipment. I still didn't know back then that this greedy decision would cost me half a year of my life, and sleep filled with cold sweats. Mark vanished, leaving you with a container seized by customs and a debt that makes your chest tighten. And there you are, on the floor. Cops are pounding on the door because a neighbor filed a complaint about an illegal manufacturing operation. You realize it's over, back at zero, now with a permanent black mark on your record. But you grab a screwdriver, pry open the nearest seized casing, and start assembling a laptop. Not for sale, just to keep from losing your mind. You strip motherboards from smashed MacBooks bought for pennies at a local scrapyard and shove them into these rugged, indestructible shells. You make them armored. You listed the first 10 units on a niche forum for field engineers. They sold out in 2 days. You realized people don't want thin, fragile metal, needing a greenhouse to survive. They want a tank. Within a year, you bought that seized container, back from a state auction for pennies on the dollar, paid off the sharks, and officially incorporated. You built a brand of rugged laptops that expeditions buy today. You lost your health, wrecked your stomach with awful coffee, and forever lost the ability to trust people with perfect smiles. But you gained the one thing that matters. You learned that in this country, your idea is worth nothing until you are ready to bleed for it on a cold concrete floor. So tell me honestly, looking me dead in the eye, if you were in my shoes, with a 47 grand debt and cops breaching the door, would you have packed your bags and gone home? Or would you have picked up that screwdriver?